Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup. Coming up next here on SISU Track 2, we have Spain taking on Chile for one of the consolation brackets, consolation games. First one here on SISU Track 2 today. My name is Champ Unkind.
And I am King Crazy.
And we're here to bring you all the flat track action you can handle today. Both teams did not compete in the 2014 World Cup, so this is their first time. So far, they've had actually kind of a good run, especially for Spain. You got to respect what they've been doing, short on skaters, but not short on strength.
Yeah, both teams have had tough debuts, so to speak. They've been in tough groups. So far, sadly, neither team has picked up a victory. But that's one thing I love about the format that we have here at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup, is that there are these consolation brackets, so teams do get the chance just to pick up the win and just get more track time and skate more in a World Cup.
Absolutely, and you know, the more experience you get, the better you will get, and especially when it comes to spreading derby around the world, this is so important.
So I think we're now going to throw it down to the floor for the national anthems for both teams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the SISU Track 2 for your bout featuring Spain and Chile. If I could get everyone to please rise, remove your headgear. Join us in the Spanish national anthem. And if everyone could please remain standing, we will now play the national anthem of Chile.
we are on day 3 already, and we've had so many exciting matchups, and I think this one is also going to be.
So that was the national anthems for
close,
both
good game.
Spain and Chile.
Absolutely, I think we are in for a great display of roller derby here on the
So just
SISU
going to
Track
run through
2.
the Chilean roster very quickly. We have number 17, that is Kiltro. Number 23, Memero. Number 27, Virtua Thunder. Number 30, Mr. Sokran. 316, Capitan Basaletas. 66, Insane. 7, Aquiles. 7018 is Kamikaze. 77, Mancalipe. Number 8 is Cyborg. 8000 Mechanico. 88, Torre. 969, Roca. And 99, Mamota.
And for Team Spain, we have number 12, Perez. Number 13, Senor Calavera. Number 17, Hugo Stiglitz. Number 17, 14, Sinera Hardcore. Number 22, Ache. Number 30, the captain, the Spaniard. Number 44, Cubo. Number 56, Pere Ballari. And number 8, Shinigami. And going to the line first, we got Memero, and he's going up against Pere Ballari. And they're going to get things started here on the Nerd Skate Shop Jam line.
So just in case people aren't aware, Chile are in the red with Spain in the black.
Yeah, so remember, this is both of these teams' first World Cup. Memero inside the pack. Bellari trying to get through as well. Now it's Memero, he will get through first. He is lead jammer for Chile.
A little bit of company though as the Spanish jammer Pere Bellari is out, not far behind.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do here. He is going to
get a penalty.
Yes, it's a penalty. That is
blocking with the head penalty called on the Chilean jammer. So we have our first Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam.
Yeah, and oh wait, look, Pere Bellari also picking up a penalty for a low block. He's going to be heading to the penalty box, so we're going to have a switcheroo on that Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam.
Yeah, I think that was a misconduct. I think that was for the leaping contact, I should say.
Yes. So now back out there on the track, going to try to get through this pack, fighting through that wall. He's got several Spanish blockers from full wall. Both jammers out there, a little defensive jamming now as they're tapping those hips against each other, now going front to front, just bumping against each other. Looks kind of like they're having a little fun out there, chatting it up.
So you can just see them on your screen now, just coming in towards the back of the pack.
Oh,
waiting for Insane to come out. Insane, the pivot there with a great takeout.
Yeah, he just snuck up on them, and I think his jammer was trying to distract the other one in order to get that. We still have not had an initial pass yet. Almost 90 seconds into this jam, the Spaniard heading to the penalty box for a forearm. 4 points picked up there.
So that is the first 4 points on the board. That goes for Team Chile. There's a direction of play on the Spanish pivot as he makes his way to the box. That is number 44, Cubo.
Yeah, so now Memero still inside the pack, but getting pushed out. And no pass, no penalty. He will get 4 points for Chile, adding to that Chilean lead. Now up 12-4 as the jam clock winds down to 0.
So there's quite a lot happening, quite an eventful first jam there.
Absolutely.
So 12 points to 7 in favor of Chile.
Well, you know, when both jammers go to the penalty box, it's going to be a full 2-minute jam, and you're going to get that bonus derby right there. On the jam line, on the Nerd Derby, or Nerd Skate Shop jam line, we got Mancalip, and he's going up against Senor Calavera.
So both of these jammers have been in pretty high rotation for their respective nations so far this weekend.
Yes, and it is Chile's jammer. He gets through first to the outside. Lead jammer Chile. Senor Calavera fighting there on the outside. That Chilean pack split up in a 2-2 formation. Now trying to break it apart. Chile's jammer going to go to the inside and find that hole. 5 points on our first Grand Slam.
And we have another Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam. Senor Calavera goes for a forearms penalty.
Yeah, he's going to head to that penalty box for 30 seconds. This is going to give Chile another opportunity here to add more points. Chile been very strong so far, making statements in all their bouts, and that's another 5 points for Chile.
Mancalipe using some very fast, nimble feet there. A lot of changes of direction. throw the Spanish blockers off balance and to get himself through.
I think what we're seeing here is this birth of a South American style of roller derby between Chile and Argentina, with these very kind of smaller and very, very agile jammers that move their hips in so many different ways.
Yeah, I mean, that's something certainly we saw with Argentina this year and 2 years ago. People like Alpibe come to mind. So Senor Cavalera is out now. He's completed his initial pass, so the roll derby athletics power jam is over.
5 more points, though, picked up by Manakipe. And so we will go up to 28-7.
So the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup is sanctioned and insured by Roller Sports Canada, providing insurance and support for all Canadian roller sports. Visit us at www.rollersports.ca or on Facebook at RSC Roller Derby.
We got Pele Balari putting the star on for the second
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, I know, right? He's going up against number 17, Quiltro of Chile. I only took 4 years of Spanish. And there we go, both popping through the pack. Only two blockers out there for Chile, 2 in the box. So a little bit tougher, and it is Pere Balari who is through first for lead jammer
Spain's
Spain.
first lead jammer of this bout.
Yeah,
this
so
game,
sorry. 1 for 3, you know, not a bad start. Maybe if it was an even number, could be different. But, oh, nice hit there onto Pele. Pele, he has to call it off just in time. He was able to pick up 3 points, though, before calling the jam just in time. None for Chile.
Yeah, Captain Basaritas, the pivot there with the great hit.
Yes.
So we're just going to the replays at that hit that we're going to see on the replay. Not quite, this is just, a couple of jams ago. We were talking about with the footwork earlier from Mancalipe, and it's just being shown now on that replay.
Yeah, so now Memero going up against Cubo. And, you know, like we were talking about earlier, they're kind of using that Argentina template for how to jam and how to do it. Very, you know, something different than what a lot of the other countries have done. But hey, if it works for you, you got to do it. That's number 44, Cubo. He is lead jammer for Spain. That's 2 consecutive lead jammers for Spain. And Memero also making his way through the pack on his initial pass. Cubo's going to call it off with about half a track length between him and the other jammer. 3 points for Spain.
Again, there's another hit right at the death there. That time it was number 8, Cyborg, delivering a hit. One thing we should point out, obviously, Spain are skating very low on numbers.
Yes.
They do only have 9 skaters with them, so it's going to be a high rotation for everybody. So the key thing for them is they need to stay out of the penalty box. They cannot afford foul outs.
And they've been doing this all weekend long. You know, they've had that, and you know, they got to be tired. It's got to be wearing on them. But you know, they're playing for their country, and this is all about the pride of their country. I don't see them wearing out. Senor Calavera, he is jamming for Spain. Mancalipe, thank you, is jamming for Chile. Mancalipe now finding that outside. Who's going to get it first? It is going to be Senor Calavera.
Senor Calavera, he signaled lead. He's not in front.
But once again, this is kind of the same thing that they had last time they went up against each other. And now he calls it off.
So Spain will actually start this jam with only 1 blocker on track.
Yes.
So they have 2 seated, 1 standing.
They do have 1 extra out there. Okay, there we go.
So I think that is number 12, Perez, with the shades on.
Yes, that is. He told me last night he is a mutant, like Cyborg, like Cyclops from X-Men. So if he takes him off, you know, we'll probably all be very hurt.
Yeah, it's probably not. No, I don't want that.
No.
I'm not sure what kind of penalty that would be, though. Would that be a blocking with a head penalty?
I think it might. And it is Chile who gets lead jammer first. That is number 44.
It's
66, excuse me.
You can always tell, Insane's got always the very fetching shorts and the face paint as well.
Yes, very, very intimidating. And it is going to be a roller derby athletics power jam as Cubo is in the penalty box for a track cut. But
we're going to get a switch as Insane has picked up a 4-arms penalty. What that also means, of course, is this jam will go the full 2 minutes.
Yes, it will. Bonus derby. Those are the fun ones when you can't call it off. So look, Spain's penalty box all empties at the same time.
Yeah, almost like a jailbreak, that one, wouldn't it?
Exactly. It's like they used that get out of jail free card all at once. And now Cubo back inside that pack, going to try to find that hole to the outside. But he's going to pick up a track cut and head right back to the penalty box.
I didn't see which one of the Chilean blockers it was, but at the last second they just dipped the hips back.
Yeah.
Hips came on in front of hips. Go and sit down for 30 seconds.
Let gravity do its work. Insane now back out there inside that pack, fighting through the Spanish wall. Unable to stay in balance.
Hache with some big hits there. So the Chileans, though, they have got the Spanish split into 2 and 2, 2 at the back, 2 at the front.
Staying to the inside, now going to the outside. Nice hit there by number 22 of Spain, Ache.
But he then gets dropped by Capitan Pasaraitis.
Yeah, that was not easy. And now Perez with a great block to the outside. He's just getting bounced around by the Spanish pack. Reforming, not letting him through. The Spaniard now in front.
So Roca has sat down for a forearms penalty.
Insane, trying to fight his way through. Cubo is back out there. That roller derby athletics power jam came to a close, fighting on those lines. And there he goes, Cubo is through. That is the initial pass for Spain. Insane, going back to the penalty box.
So with only one, that's the end of the jam?
Yes. So he gets 3 points retroactively before the roller derby athletics power jam started.
If you've not yet discovered the awesomeness that is SISU, you must invest in one. These ultra-thin, super strong mouthguards allow you to talk, breathe, and drink, and they look great in photos. Get yours at the Nerd Roller Skates booth.
We may or may not be wearing them right now.
Maybe.
Maybe. 31-13, Chile on top of Spain.
Those of you at home that are playing roller derby bingo, that is a palindrome.
And it is Pere Bellari with the star on his head, and he will pick up lead jammer before turn 1. Roca coming out of the penalty box for Chile, giving them a little bit of assistance.
Yeah, they needed that because they did have a box wall, but as Roca comes out, sideboard goes in. I believe he was in the queue.
Yeah, but as you said before, King, you know, for Spain, they really got to watch those penalties, being down so many skaters, you know, having so many fewer. Pere Bellari is through. He picks up 5 points and a grand slam for Spain.
Sinera Hardcore, during that no pack, the only blocker on track was Marmota, but he was knocked down. And it would say Sinera Hardcore went in non-derby direction, preventing the pack being reformed. That's why he's picked up that penalty. And
Pere Bellari says bye, bye, bye as he goes backwards through the pack, picking up another 5-point grand slam for Spain, closing in on that lead.
But he's got to be aware Insane is out, has completed his initial pass. He knows what he's doing.
Good timing.
Couldn't quite pick up any points on that last jam.
Absolutely, picked up 10 points though, total for Spain on the jam, closing the gap, making it an 8-point game.
So to Penn, who said, why do you keep calling them Chile? Because that's what we've been told.
Yes.
That's what we've been told is the correct pronunciation. It's Chile.
Yes. We got Aquiles versus Senor Calavera
and don't forget,
Spain.
Sorry, like Penn, you can tweet in hashtag MRDWC, and we will try and read some of your tweets out as we're going through the game.
Absolutely.
Capitan Bastarite is told to return to the bench as there is one Chilean blocker in the box.
Yep. So 3 blockers out there for both teams, 1 in the box for both teams. Senor Calavera and Aquiles. Aquiles now to the outside of the pack, spinning around, unable to stay in bounds. He's going to have to recycle himself back behind the Spaniard. And that is going to, he almost had it. And a forearm is going to send Senor Calavera to the penalty box along with Perez.
We have a roller derby athletics power jam for number 7, Aquiles.
Yes, and now Aquiles, is he going to be able to?
Nice.
Yes. Now deflects a hit. Able to absorb it, and he picks up lead jammer after being reabsorbed by the pack.
Combination of footwork, agility, and strength there to ride the rail and then take the hit.
Yeah, now coming back inside that pack, following the inside line, gonna gut past the Spaniard, dodging. Oh, wow.
Huge takeout hit, Sinera Hardcore.
Hello to the outside. Aquiles fighting through that wall of Spanish blockers, and he does complete that pass for 5 points and a grand slam.
Senor Calavera has completed his penalties. He's now back on the track.
Perez gets out there too to give him a little bit of assistance, and there he goes. That's his initial pass. Aquiles, wow.
Take a seat, son.
The Spaniard representing Spain with that hit.
A little bit naughty though, it was in the wrong direction.
No, it was not. Yes, it was. That's going to send him to the penalty box.
Power Grayskull, bespoke, handmade sportswear, proud sponsors of Team Wales and Roller Derby. Every item is designed and made in our studio in the UK. You want pets on your legs? We can totally do that. The power of Grayskull, making your legs happy.
And it is 38-23 here on SISU Track 2. Mancalipe, he's going up against Pere Bellari.
As they're all lined up on the Nerd Skates jam line.
Both of them trying to get up the middle, now going to the inside. Pere Bellari doing a little bit of defensive jamming there, waiting for his blocker Cubo to give him a hand. Now he's going to try to get to the front of that line, but he's going to get knocked out of bounds. Chile's jammer is going to try to split that pack. 2 men in front. You see one playing offense, 2 playing defense. The Spaniard in the penalty box. And almost was able to
takeout from Kubo.
Yeah, he hit him right there.
So Kubo is somebody this weekend who has impressed me, whether he's been blocking or jamming. He's done a bit of both. He's taken a few star passes. Like right now, he's got the pivot stripe.
Yes, and he's very athletic, very dangerous because he can hit you with any part of his body any way he wants. And a track cut is going to say Pere to the penalty box. So we have another roller derby athletics power jam on the floor.
So Mancalipe was forced to recycle a little bit there. The Spaniard trying again, but that time Mancalipe gets his feet back on just in time.
Yeah, Mancalipe now trying to fight his way through the pack, going to the outside line. The Spaniard and Kubo up against him.
So Kubo picks up an elbows penalty.
That's not gonna be good. Mancalipe trying to fight one-on-one against the Spaniard. The Spaniard having some great defense here, just been a wall of human, doing a great job. It is 38-23. No points picked up on that last jam. I'm sorry,
43.
5 points picked up by Chile on that last jam. Coming through at the end there, Senor Calavera.
So Hache picks up an illegal re-entry penalty when he came out of the box. He just came in at the front of the pack rather than behind.
And Mamero will put on the star for Chile. He will be going up against Senor Calavera of Spain.
And we have is that a team timeout? We have a team timeout. This is Team Timeout brought to you by Quad Skate Shop.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And I think you have a fan club going now on Twitter.
Seems to be. So having sent in, why do we keep calling him Chile? As we responded, that's what we're told. She's now said, thank you, King Crazy. Nice. I like that. I'll give you that one, Pen.
That gets a champ stamp of approval right there.
Just a quick heads up. So for these teams, no matter what happens, they do have one more game left this weekend. The winners of this game will play tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on the Skate Shops track against the winners of Japan and Netherlands. The losers of this game at 9:15 here on the SISU track will play the losers of that game.
And here we go, Senor Calavera against Mamero. Both trying to get up the middle there. Oh, taking out the Spaniard. Mamero dodging to the inside, able to pick up lead jammer Chile.
Senor Calavera having a tough time dealing with the red wall of Chile there.
Yeah, that is not easy. They just keep reforming, going round and round like a spin cycle. And Mamero finding that inside on turn 2, but he's gonna pick up a penalty. That is a forearm, and we're gonna have another roller derby athletics power jam.
So see if Senor Calavera can make the most of this opportunity for Team Spain. For those of you who are just joining us, Team Spain are in the black, and Chile are in the red with the white and blue trim.
And Senor Calavera, this will go the full 2 minutes. Oh, and he's going to get sent to the penalty box for a track cut. So we're going to have a 1-2 switcheroo roller derby athletics power jam as Perez also goes to the penalty box for Spain. Remember, Spain only playing with 9 players. They got to be careful with these penalties.
I was going to say, yeah, they are starting to rack them up a little bit.
Yeah, 1 or 2 ejections could really be devastating for them.
The ejections and foul outs.
They're foul outs, excuse me.
Ejections have been devastating.
Yeah, ejections would be even more devastating. And he is back out there for Chile. Trying to fight through that pack. Mamero finding the outside, picking up 5 points and a grand slam.
And we're going to have another jump through. That's a forearms penalty called on Mamero.
So Senor Calavera coming back into play.
As is Perez as well.
Senor Calavera making it through the pack. That's his initial pass. No points picked up yet for Spain. Now re-engaging the pack, getting behind his blockers, dodging past Insane. But he did pick up a track cut, so he will be going back to the penalty box, and another roller derby athletics power jam for Spain. That is not good.
So we have
Meimera coming back out there, picking up 5 points at the Grand Slam, but 3 retroactive points for Spain before the roller derby athletics power jam.
So Senor Calavera's got to be careful. I'm not quite sure how many penalties racked up, but he has got quite a few. Maybe Nerd Roller Skates will be able to help him, as they are your dedicated roller skate shop with everything you need for Derby, Wrinkle Park. Visit them online at www.nerdskates.com, offering free shipping in Canada on orders over $150. Nerd Roller Skates for people who roll.
Kiltro putting on the start for Chile. They have had lead jammer 66% or 2/3 of the time, however you like to math. Kiltro fighting through that pack, trying to find that outside. Taking a nice hit there by Siniera Hardcore.
And so the drop back is done by Hugo Stiglitz. So although Siniera Hardcore went down,
yes,
Kiltro did have to drop back and recycle.
He's got a one-on-one pushing against a Spaniard. Once again, Hardcore going up against him. He's going to go to the outside one-on-one now against Hardcore, able to deflect that hit, and he will get lead jammer for Chile. Senor Calavera out there as well, doing a little apex hop, skip, and a jump to make his initial pass. Both jammers able to score points. Chile now back inside the pack. He's going to fight through, turn around. Kiltro calling it off. 2 points for Spain, but 5 for Chile. I'm sorry, 3 points for Spain, correction. So 53-28. I'm sorry, 53-29, as we are now approaching 11.5 remaining here in the first half of this bout.
It's been quite fast and frantic at times, this game.
It is.
And so we mentioned it a couple of times. Spain only have the 9. They've got to be careful with penalties.
Well, what they lack in players, they gain in mustache, because they have definitely won the mustache contest this weekend. They are fabulous with those mustaches.
That's the new one. We've had the beard contest 2 years ago. I think it's the mustache contest.
This is they win hands down, no competition there. So Pere Bellari jamming for Spain. He's against.
No blockers at the minute.
Oh yeah, Aquiles.
I think there was an issue there with the 2 that remain, Aquiles and Mechanico.
Yes.
Both got penalties at the same time, called by different referees, so they both left.
A little bit of confusion there.
There's a lot of confusion at the end of this jam. So we've got illegal procedure penalties, we've got confusion as to who should be in the box, who shouldn't be.
And we've also got 5 points for Spain and Pere Bellari. Inside, Aquiles trying to find his way through. He's just getting totally jammed up there by those Spanish blockers.
And he's taken down there. That was Mechanico who took him down.
Yeah, Aquiles now back inside the pack, trying to get past the Spaniard. He's got all 4 blockers in front of him, now getting into the roll of them. Ake Perez directly in front of him, trying to push him to the outside of that wall. And Shinigami also in front.
Some very strong rolls, both from the Chileans in red and from the Spanish in the black.
Yeah, Cyborg left the track thinking that he was sent off, but passed the pack, then returned to the front. That was an oopsie-daisy. And Aquiles has to recycle himself back to the outside of turn 1.
Huge hit there. I think that was Cyborg. It was whoever it was, the Chilean pivot.
Yeah, I don't think he's totally human. And he has to reform there. Aquiles still having problems there. Only 5 points picked up so far, and that goes to Spain. Jam clock winding down. Oh, and Aquiles takes a nasty hit there by Perez. And that's going to end at 5 points for Spain. So they're going to have 10 points on that jam.
If you're enjoying this game, as I'm sure you are, you can vote for your players of the tournament. You can do that at if you're on the website or on the MRDWC World Cup. It's been a long weekend. We now have a team timeout that is brought to you by the Quad Skate Shop.
We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
And welcome back after that Quad Skate Shop team timeout. Still time stopped here, 53-39. Chile on top of Spain. You know, these two teams, once again, we've said before, this is their first time in the World Cup, helping spread roller derby and the great message it has around the world. Roller derby saving the souls of everybody. And you know, this is great, especially for South America and Europe, to add more teams. Chile has had lead jammer 70% of the time, and that is their second team timeout, or I'm sorry, that is their first team timeout of this half. So Mancalipe will be going against Senor Calavera. One going to the inside, one going to the outside. Now both jumping up the middle. They're switching positions, and it is Mancalipe who is lead jammer for Chile.
So yeah, once again, that outside line just opened up. Mancalipe with a great burst of speed to get through.
Senor Calavera having problems there with that last blocker for Chile. That is number 23, Memero. And he finally does get through on the elbow penalty that is drawn on Memero on the scoring pass. Chile's jammer dodging to the outside. Mancalipe, he is through for 4 more points, Chile.
Oh, great footwork there from Senor Calavera. Right in the hit, right in the roll. And fights his way through, picking up 4 points.
Great balance there as well. It is not easy to stay up when you're taking those hits. Mancalipe can pass that Spanish wall. Calling it off, picking up 4 more.
So the Men's Roller Derby Association is excited to announce that its 2016 championships will be held in Texas. The Lone Star Showdown will be held at the NITEC Sports Center in beautiful North Richland. As we see some of that amazing footwork there from Senor Calavera. It's October 15th and 16th for the Lone Star Showdown, hosted by Texas Men's Roller Derby. 2-day single track event will feature the top 10 ranked MRDA teams as determined by MRDA. Visit champs.mrda.org for more information.
Cyborg putting on the star for the first time. He's going up against Pere Ballari, and it is Cyborg who gets through the pack first. He will be lead jammer, and a star pass from Pere Ballari to number 44, Cubo of Spain. Oh, wow. Again, knocked all over the place, but he's still through. 5 points. Chile.
No, it's going to be a misconduct penalty. I think that's been called for leaping contact.
Yes.
So this is a roller derby athletics power jam for Cubo, who had taken the star pass. This jam will go 2 minutes.
Yes, that you just took the words right out of my mouth.
Great minds think alike.
Right you are, King Crazy. And there it is. 5 points for Cubo and Spain.
He comes back in now, waiting for the Spanish offense to try and open up the inside line. Pretty much just one at the front to be.
Yeah, that's a one-on-one against Memero. Cubo trying to get through there.
There's a forearms penalty being issued on someone. There was a bit of confusion. Obviously, I think with 2 Spanish-speaking nations, with English being the de facto language for roller derby, that can lead to some confusion, but it will be a roller derby athletics power jam after that forearm penalty.
Yes, it will. Cyborg now back out there, re-engaging the pack, trying to get to the outside, bouncing to the inside, up the middle, and he is through the pack. 5 points, Chile.
Hi, I'm Bob Notches, and welcome back to the
And
SISU
a high block
studios
will
here
send number 23, Memero, to the penalty box. Cyborg back inside that pack on another scoring pass during this roller derby athletics power jam. Nice hit there by Siniera Hardcore. 5 more points for Chile.
Siniera throws his head back in disgust. He didn't quite do enough.
His name is not a lie. And Cyborg now going backwards on 1 foot. He kept the skates in bounds. Cubo lapping him up, picking up 5 points. But Cyborg, a no pass, no penalty. He gets 4 of his own.
What have we got coming here? Whistles have gone.
So 19-10 Chile on that last jam. And we are going to have an official timeout.
Okay, so it's official timeout. This will be brought to you by Quad Skate Shop, because we love this game. Quad is Europe's original brick-and-mortar roller derby skate shop with the best selection and most stock on the continent. We know skate, so you don't have to. Our customer service is the best on a level that only fellow skaters can provide. So come see us online, in-store for all your roller derby needs.
All right, that was actually for a score change. Instead of it wasn't 18-10, it was 14-10 Chile. Senor Calavera and Mancalipe on that Nerd Skate Shop jammer line. Now through, it is Senor Calavera who is lead jammer for Spain. Mancalipe hot on his tail, about a quarter of a track length behind him.
Hugo Stiglitz took a big tumble on turn 1, but he's back up and at him.
Yes, has to recycle himself all the way back to turn 1. And as Senor Calavera just trying to fight all 4 of those Chilean blockers. Very difficult here.
That's Perez in the shades with the drawback on, is it Mancalipe that's jamming?
Yes, and 4 points picked up by Senor Calavera. That was not easy. He had to get through that entire pack, that wall, break it apart himself. Now going back in, re-engaging all four of them. Perez trying to give him a little bit of assistance in breaking up that pack. Mancalipe will pick up 4 points of his own, and after Senor Calavera gets his own Grand Slam, he's just going to call it off and get back to the bench. Let someone else have some fun.
So Brown Paper Tickets has been supporting roller derby for over a decade. We love the sport and are working to help gear up the Women's League in the Lebanon. You can make a difference for Roller Derby Beirut by visiting our donation page at Got Game Need Gear at brownpapertickets.com.
Pere Bellari, he is going up against Kiltro. Puts on the start for the second time for Chile. 79-62, 17 points separate these two teams. Still very close. A lot of time left, 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Kiltro trying to find that hole, trying to get up against hardcore. Pele Bellari trying to fight to the outside, gonna have to juke to the inside now, up the middle. So this is gonna be very difficult. I think, yes.
Blocking with a head penalty called on somebody. It is Kiltro.
Yeah, so that's gonna be another roller derby athletics power jam for Spain.
So Pere Bellari's pulled all the way back.
Back, all the way back to turn 2. Still trying to make that initial pass. Ooh, get some help.
Take a seat.
That was an insane hit by Insane, living up to his name. And they are just all over Pere Bellari. That is not easy.
There's a misconduct penalty has been called on Pere Bellari, so that will mean we will have a jam switch and the Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam will continue.
Yeah, and remember, once again, only 9 skaters for Spain. They are racking up those penalties here in the first half. They have to be careful, although they are keeping it very close. So a great job. That was a baseball slide takedown.
So that was what the misconduct penalty was for, on Pere Bellari?
Yeah, you cannot do that.
No, it would be a whole different game.
I mean, you can do it, but you'll go to the penalty box for it.
And if it looks deliberate and intentional and repeated, you can take your skates off
and go home.
Oh, I say, Senor Hardcore was trying to do the drawback there. Number 88 for Chile, that was Toro saw him coming. Sorry, that was Shinigami with the drawback.
And we have a star pass going to Insane. He's going to put the star over his pivot panty, and the initial pass picked up by Pere Bellari.
Good takeout there, Shinigami. I'll give him the credit he deserves that time. Oh no, he's gone. Elbows or forearms, didn't quite see it.
Pere Bellari now back inside the pack on a scoring pass. Insane still inside of that Spanish wall. They're going to get 4 points for Spain, closing in on that lead as we have about 2 minutes remaining. 79-66, Chile on top.
So Roller Derby Elite is the brand that defines the sport. So we will have, so we can see here, starting on the Nerdskate Stop jammer line. Who've we got jamming?
We've got Senor Calavera. He's going up against Raka of Chile.
So we've got a 13-point game with 1:45 to go. So we've talked about Spain short of numbers on penalties. I really don't want to see foul outs. This is a really good, close, evenly matched game.
Exactly, and you know what? Like we said, both two new teams, and they're playing. You know, not just for this year. They're playing for next year or next time. They're playing for this year as well. Playing for respect for their home countries. And now we have Chile, one more to beat. He is through. Raka getting lead jammer, putting on the start for the first time, and Senor Calavera hanging to the penalty box.
That's a low block. That will give us a Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam.
Yeah, so another opportunity here for Chile to close out this half strong and add to their 13-point lead that they currently hold. Although now he's on a scoring pass. Raka inside that pack, fighting through those blockers. 3 of them in front of him, trying to hit it and split it on the 2-man wall, get through that sandwich, and he is through, squeaking by for 5 points and a grand slam, taking them up to 84 points, and the first points on this jam.
High block called for Perez. It's just 2 Spanish blockers on track.
Yes, so now Raka getting taken down by Shinigami. Raka will pick up 5 points and another grand slam, Chile.
Hache goes for the failure to reform, as does Capitan Basaritas.
Yes, Raka now with only 1 to beat out there in front of him.
But he can't beat him. Shinigami with a takeout. Sorry to cut over you there, champ.
Oh, no.
That deserved it.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that, I mean, great blocking there by Shinigami in a one-on-one matchup. As time winding down, 90 to 66. This probably will be the end of the half. Yes, it will. We're going to go to halftime. But what have you seen here, King Crazy?
We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. I mean, they are two, as we said, it's their first time at the World Cup. So there is that little bit of inexperience in play. You're not perhaps seeing the cohesive units that you see with some of the stronger teams at the top end of the brackets. But what they may lack in sort of strategic awareness, you cannot fault all the guys on the track for their heart, their desire, and their effort.
Absolutely. You're playing for your country. That's what you have to do. Chile did have lead 10 times, or were 10 and 4 for lead jammer. So 10 for 14, however you want to math that.
So we've had a couple of jams where we have had both jammers have gone to the penalty box, or there's been a no pass, no penalty.
Yes.
So that's why I've got a couple of jams where there haven't been lead jammer. It's 26 points is the difference. That is not insurmountable by any stretch.
No, a slight change in strategy can make a huge difference.
Key thing for the Spanish, and we keep going on about it, stay out of the box.
And they've had a tough time with that. They have been drawing those penalties. That is going to be more troublesome for them in the second half than it's been in the first, because if they start approaching that 7 mark, that's where they're going to start really getting in trouble. And what we're seeing here, what we see here is a lot of strength from Spain and a lot of agility from Chile. Although, they both have both, but I think the Spanish are a little bit more on the strength side, Chile a little more on that agility side, but both very talented teams.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So as a sort of general rule, looking at both teams, Spain are perhaps a little bit more physical, more physical than Chileans, where the Chileans are relying a little bit more on that speed and agility. But then again, you look at someone like Cubo from Spain, who just goes the other way. You've got other people, Cyborg, not the biggest guy out there, but delivering some strong hits as well.
Yeah, you never want to underestimate anybody for their size in roller derby, ever.
Right, so we think we will leave it there. Going back to commercial, and we'll see you in just under 30 minutes.
Thank you.
We really miss the feeling of spontaneously visiting a store and trying out the newest gear. A hangout for all roller skaters. Everyone has their own unique style. Because of our large assortment, we can now personalise roller skates while you wait, so you can try them out right away. Our mission is to fit you with the right gear, and don't forget to turn left.
A lot of very impressive people in roller derby.
This was definitely a proud moment for me, wearing the black, white, and red.
I care about this thing more than I care about any other article of clothing in my wardrobe.
This represents to me like 7 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Glitter is fun and hardcore. I've learned that it's hardcore. My uniform is always in pristine condition. My truck is purple, my shoes are purple, my underwear are purple.
It takes a lot of drive and a lot of passion to keep going in roller derby.
Sometimes when you play roller derby, you're just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is so weird.
I just can't imagine that I'd get more kicks like playing golf than I do hitting a Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle.
And S1.
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 S1. And S1 is part of my uniform.
don't dip, slap the pack. If you clock the floss, then I can jam the track. Quads on the floor, stars on the head. Roller derby lock, what the zebra said. Yeah, we rollin', yeah, we rapping for real. Can't feel the back wheels underneath my heels. Up through my spine, penetrating the heart. Calling up the jam till the next jam starts.
Nerd roller. Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd Roller Skates.
Official skate shop, Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2016.
For people who roll.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am SISU, and I fend for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching SISU Track 2 here at the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup. I'm Champ Unkind.
I am King Crazy.
And you're about to start the second half of Chile versus Spain. Right now, Chile on top 92-66. We've seen some great defense here by Chile, but they're very fast, very quick. Spain, once again, only playing with 9 players. Not the easiest task for them. A little bit longer remaining.
Oh, no, here we go. It sounds.
Yes.
Whistle goes. Don't forget you can tweet in using the hashtag MRDWC. Let us know where you're watching this from. We'd love to do a few shout outs, especially if you're watching from anywhere, either in Chile or in Spain.
Pere Bellari will be going against Memero when we get that whistle to get back to the action.
Is it? I think we've been told it's Memeiro.
Memeiro, excuse us.
We've had our pronunciations.
Yes.
We've been pulled on our pronunciations, which, let's face it, was always going to happen.
We're from English-speaking countries, so we're going to have a few mistakes, but we're giving it a good old college try here. There we go now, Memeiro back on the track, fighting against the Spaniard. He will pick up lead jammer for Chile, and it is Pere Bellaro. He is through on his initial pass. Now Memeiro about to re-engage the pack. Only 3 blockers out there for both teams. He's about to tap them, call it off. Does not pick up any points, so 0-0 on that jam.
Malmotta picks up the track cut penalty at the end of that jam.
So still 92-66. Cyborg will be going up against Perez. Perez putting on the star for the first time. Perez, a member of the Jersey Boys Roller Derby.
So, I mean, this is things what we were saying with Cubo and with Senor Calavera, both being quite hot. They are going to have to dig a little bit deeper to perhaps then not so recognized jammers.
Yes. Perez trying to fight up that middle. He does, gets through for lead jammer Spain. This is what they need to start the second half here strong. But look at Cyborg hot on his tail. Very close. Perez forced to call it off. Just saw Cyborg approaching and knew he was not going to be able to pass him. 0-0, no points scored here in the second half so far.
So we did see Tolo pick up a penalty as well for Chile in that jam. So, Merry Chaos, be harder, better, faster, stronger with one-on-one coaching from Derby Life and Chaos Theory. New Derby Life Transformation Challenge starting on August the 8th. Visit chaostheoryblog.com for more details. That's chaos with a K.
All right, we're going to have Menkelipe going up against Pere Bellari on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line. Now both out there.
Nice little move there from Menkelipe. He saw Pere Bellari going to the inside and pushed his pivot.
Oh.
Insane.
Insane with a nice block on Pere Bellari there as he goes past turn 1.
He did go down as well. Pere Bellari could have gone on in front of him had he been aware, but you don't always see these things, and better safe than sorry.
Exactly, especially when you, like as we've said, you are down on skaters. You don't want to get any more penalties. Pere Bellari already having 3 of his own.
So Toro's gone back to the box. He's picked up another penalty in this jam. Lead jammer has gone too, Menkelipe though.
Yes, and we'll see after the star stash what Pere Bellari can do, but Menkelipe back inside the pack, back block, sending that'd be Shinigami to the penalty box. Menkelipe picking up 5 points.
It's now a roller derby athletics power jam as the back block was also called on Pere Bellari.
And that'll be his 4th penalty of the game. Menkelipe now dodging the inside, letting Insane open up a hole for him. Can he get past that last blocker? No, the Spaniard unable to hold on. He will get through for 5 points and a grand slam, Chile.
So Chile are trying to hold back Hugo Stiglitz. Insane drops back.
Yes.
Again, just
nice. The Spaniard with a big hit.
But a high block has been called on the Spaniard.
Yeah, so he will go to the penalty box. Menkelipe hiding behind his wall.
Pere Bellari is out. That's the end of the roller derby athletics power jam.
Let's see what will happen here with Menkelipe now inside that pack, getting past a couple of the blockers, now going to the outside, trying to dodge to the inside. He will get through. That is another five
beautiful move. Sorry, Pere Bellari spins, pivot like a whirling dervish, riding hit after hit.
That was great. Both jammers with a lot of athleticism to make those passes.
So just to give you quick updates, not sure if we've got the score overlay. There is 26 minutes to go, just about.
Yes.
We're trying to see if we can see the score.
It is 107 to 68.
So
with Chile on top.
If too far to come to Calgary, then why not host the 2018 Men's Roller Derby World Cup? So details are in the programs or on the website.
Memeiro going up against Perez, putting on the start for the second time. You know, maybe with some of their jammers getting more penalties, they're trying to switch it up a little bit. Perez only had 4 penalties, still a lot, but now he will go to the penalty box for a track cut. Sorry, that's a forearm.
Forearms, and that will be another Roller Derby Athletics power jam.
Memeiro has to recycle, and we have a skater down. It is the Spaniard. He is getting back up, though. Good to see.
Slowly but surely gets himself back up, gets himself back into position.
Yes, and I mean, you can't afford an injury either if you're Spain.
No. So Spaniard doesn't look his usual self. He's been one of their more effective blockers so far this game. Looks like he's been a little shaken up.
Spaniard, a member of the Harm City Havoc from Baltimore, Maryland. Memeiro now back inside the pack.
Okay, we've got another whistle going, but Memeiro just had a quick check. No, it's not me. Oh, my skate's undone. So he does his skate up as he's going round.
Yeah, so 5 points. It looks like that roller derby athletics power jam comes to a close.
Cubo has picked up another penalty. He's got to be very careful. That's his 6th.
Yes, so 1 more and he will be gone. And you know, he's really one of the anchors of this team. Memeiro through for another 5-point Grand Slam Chile.
So Perez, I think, had done the star stash and has got himself through. He now picks up the star. So he hadn't done a star stash, he dropped it. Just looking at the referee, yep, he is signaling that I'm not lead jammer. That means I am still the jammer.
Yes. So Perez now on a scoring pass, but Memeiro already inside the pack, picking up 4 more points. He's going to watch Perez and tap his hips.
Shinigami picks up the multiplayer block just at the end of that jam.
Cuba also coming out of the box at the end of the jam. So now, wow, Spain really in foul trouble. 5 for Perez, 5 for Ache, 5 for the Spaniard, 6 for Cubo, 4 for Pere Bellari, and 5 for Shinigami. And I'm sorry, 5 as well for Senor Calavera. Only 2 skaters with under 4 penalties, Hugo Stieglitz and Senora Hardcore. And still 23.5 minutes remaining.
And we have a team timeout called by Spain. That is a Quad Skate Shop team timeout.
Just go to any game and you're like, oh, yeah, this is why I do this. I skate for the Linden Roller Girls, and S1 is part of my uniform.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again,
so just actually, sorry, champ, this has changed now to an official review. So originally it was signaled as a team timeout, but we now are on an official review for Team Spain.
And once the referees and officials have figured out what
needs to be done,
they will tell us and give us an explanation, and we'll let them do the talking.
Just a quick update from the other track. 191 to 108 in favor of Ninja Pan.
Diagonally across from the announcer table, and get yourself a cold beverage, Blue Star PCM. Our MVP
The black
award.
team is called a review. They're asking for a blocking with the head penalty against the red jammer.
All right, and this official review and the MVP awards brought to you by Quad Skate Shop. Fans, we're letting you choose one of our MVPs. This year's Quad Skate Shop Team of the Tournament will now include a fan favorite award as chosen by you. So be sure to check our Facebook page during Saturday's play to vote for your favorite. And just in case you lost track of the days, today is Saturday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are in an official review right now.
So head ref Aya is just explaining it to the captains and alternates of both teams. Just a quick update from the other track, just under 30 minutes to go. Japan 196, sorry, Japan 196.
Coaches and captains are being told the results of the official review. We should have that information for you momentarily. When we do resume, it will be Rocca with the star for Team Chile, squaring off against Senior Calavera.
Both jammers having a little chat on the jam line right now.
The call on the track stands. No penalty will be called. Black team loses their review.
So there you heard it. Black team, which is Spain, will lose their review. And Spain already in foul trouble.
Yeah, they've got to be careful. They've really got to be careful now.
Once again, we've said before, only 9 players for Spain. Rocca on the jam line. Wow. That's what I call a helmet cover toss. I'm not going to use the other word, but that was definitely a toss of some sort. Senor Calavera doing a little juggling act out there. Rocca now on a scoring pass, hitting that Spanish wall.
Senor Calavera trying to pass to Perez, straight off the jam line, put his hand over the top, bounced around, and he ended up catching it back himself.
Yes, unfortunately those things don't travel very well in the air.
We have a roller derby athletics power jam as Rocca has picked up a blocking with a head penalty. But there is a blocking out of bounds penalty gone on Senor Calavera. That will put him on 6. So he's one of the hot skaters at the minute.
Yes.
Jam a switcheroo, and we will have a 2-minute jam.
Yeah, that is not good for Spain. 2 of their top jammers already, yes, 2 of the top jammers already at 6, Cubo and Senor Calavera. They got to be really careful here. And it is Rocca who gets through. That's 5 points and a grand slam, Chile. Senor Calavera only had to spend as much time in the penalty box as Rocca, so not the whole roller derby athletics power jam full 30 seconds. But now Senor Calavera to the inside, trying to do an apex jump, but deflected by Marmota.
Good work from Rocca there. Just rode the hit from Shinigami, who will sit down for a low block.
Yes, Shinigami. That is his 6th penalty. So another, that's 3 now Spanish players at 6 penalties.
So he's picked up 3 in 8 minutes in this half. Kamikaze's also going into the box.
Yes, that is for Chile. Back inside the pack, Rocca trying to score. Star pass to Perez for Spain. Rocca, nice hit there by Hugo Stieglitz on Rocca, but a no pass, no penalty. He gets through cleanly for 4 points. That's the end of the jam.
So to get S1 lifer helmet is the best fitting and safest helmet for roller derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer. Also, the Men's Roller Derby World Cup would like to acknowledge the contributions of the Alberta Sports Connection, which helped make this event possible.
141.66, 21 minutes remaining. Chile on top, and they've really they've very much so expanded this lead in the second half. Spain has yet to pick up any points here in the second half over the first 9 minutes, and here we go. Cyborg jamming for Chile, Pere Belare for Spain, spinning around like the Tasmanian devil, and he's going to find that hole. Unfortunately, Cyborg did get the hits through first, so he's going to be the jammer, sees Pere Belare approaching and calls it off.
So again, please tweet in #MRDWC. Where are you watching from? This has been a really good game. Chile have come out second half and seem to be perhaps a little bit more focused. Don't forget, we have the nerd skate shot pivot line start for this jam. Who's got the start?
Well, on the jammer line, on the nerd skate shot jammer line, we have Matt Felipe, and he is going up against, that would be Perez of Spain. One to the inside, one to the outside. Perez finding that hole, bouncing past one, able to stay in bounds. No, he did not.
It's
he got a back block
penalty on Perez, so this will be a roller derby athletics power jam.
And that is Perez's sixth penalty. And
I think Senor Calavera has just found out that is a back block penalty that he had as pivot.
Yes,
I believe that is his 7th.
That is his 7th. That is a foul out for Senor Calavera. Spain now down to 8 players.
Still just under 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, and they still have another 3 players with 6 penalties. Mancalipe keeping that star.
So that's the initial pass completed. So this will be a 2-minute jam.
Now coming back inside the pack, trying to find that hole, split the middle, going up against the hole. He will stay to the inside, and that is a 5-point grand slam, and to that Chile lead. Once again, Spain has not scored here in the second half. Perez back out. Roller derby athletics power jam comes to a close. Trying to find that hole to the inside, bouncing off the blockers. Has to recycle a little bit. Mancalipe.
That's Hache taking out Mancalipe, the Spaniard with the drawback.
Yes, Mancalipe recycling back between the nerd, skate shot, jammer, and pivot lines. Perez picking up his initial pass.
We have a direction of play penalty called on the Chilean pivot. That looks like Capitan Basuritas. We think that's 7 for him as well.
And Mancalipe going one-on-one to Spain. Oh, clean up on the straightaway. Everyone getting taken out there. Or half the pack getting taken out there. 4 points for Perez, taking advantage of the situation. Mancalipe.
Hache also picks up a low block penalty in that melee on the straightaway down there. Jam, clock ticking down, 8 seconds left.
And that is Hache's 5th penalty with the jam clock winding down. 6th penalty with the jam clock winding down. They've had 1 ejection and 4 other skaters at 6 penalties. One foul out, and 4 other skaters at 6 penalties.
I think Sonera Hardcore is going to get a penalty for that as well. The 2 foul outs for Spain now.
2 foul outs for Spain.
So Senor Calavera was 1. 1-8. Senor Calavera has fouled out for Spain, and Captain Basuritas has fouled out for Chile. We have an official timeout here, so it gives there's a little bit of discussion going on at the penalty box.
Yes.
So I'd just like to take the time to thank Derby Shop, because roller derby saved your soul but wrecks all your gear. The Derby Shop is online as well as a brick-and-mortar shop in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, or online at www.thederbyshop.nl, and is known for the best advice and technical support when it comes to all your roller derby gear. And if you ever visit, bring cookies. Speaking of the Netherlands, with 7.5 minutes to go, they are currently trailing Japan 115 to 244. Remember, the winners there will play the winners here, and the losers there will play the losers here tomorrow morning, around about 9 o'clock.
Yes. Or for our Spanish-speaking friends, sí.
Still more Spanish than I know.
Pere Berare, he's going up against Cyborg. Both going up the middle.
Capitan Basuritas is back on track, so he must be not quite on 7, he must be on 6 still.
Yes, 6 penalties. And it is Cyborg through first, lead jammer, Chile.
On his way to the box now is Kiltra. Kiltra was one of those who's not hot. He's only had 1, maybe 2 penalties.
Yeah.
Capitan Basuritas is going back to the box now. And that must be 7, because he had 5 at halftime.
Yes, and Cyborg picking up 4 points right there.
That's a superb hit. Insane with a takeout, only block on the track. Cyborg takes a tumble.
Yeah, he was taken out by the track itself and gravity. And
Insane doing a great job at the front of the pack, holding back Pere Berare, but he does make it through.
Insane.
Picks up 4 points.
Insane proves.
It's the Spanish coming through, isn't it?
I don't think so. But Insane proves that Little Giant's theory about how important intimidation is. That look on his face with that face paint is so scary.
And the shorts that say Venom down the side.
Oh yeah.
So I say the Spanish bench coach is currently. Now you mentioned that one of the skaters goes for skates for. She skates for Charm City.
She does. She does skate for Charm City, indeed.
So I recognize that.
Yes, the Maryland colors. So this will be a roller derby athletics power jam for Cubo and Spain. Let's see if they can take advantage of this situation. 3 blockers out there for Chile, 3 for Spain. Cubo directing his team to go forward, directing Perez to open up the hole for him. He's going to jump through. No, unable to stay in bounds. Going to have to recycle himself back to turn 2. Now trying to find that hole. Going to spin around. Try to stay in bounds, finding that hole at the inside. Yes, gets past those blockers.
Virtua Thunder's on his way to the box there, despite he was one that just stuck Cubo, but did it with a little noodling.
Yes, and it's a 5-point grand slam for Cubo. Cubo now back inside the pack, hiding behind his blockers, going to the outside, able to stay in bounds.
Beautiful, beautiful little spin and pirouette, just rode the rail on the outside.
Yes.
Sideboard trying to come through. Perez with a good takedown, with help from Shinigami there.
That roller derby athletics power jam comes to a close. Cubo spinning around, able to stay in bounds. Unable to stay up, though, giving Chile's pack time to reform, and he's going to have to call it off. No points picked up for Chile, 2 for Spain. So Spain now coming back 159 to 90.
And we have a team timeout. I believe that was signaled by Chile, so we will go to Quad Skate Shop team timeout.
I can't imagine that I'd get more kicks playing golf than I do hitting a and this one is part of my uniform.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Still in a team timeout here on SISU Track 2. And we did actually, we have to give some more credit to our producer, Holly Sheets. She's doing a great job feeding us these stats.
Yeah, someone's got to keep us 2 in line.
Yeah, exactly.
I do want to give a shout out to Al Roller Derby, who has tweeted in a couple of times. I have to apologize. He's tweeted in Spanish. I haven't got a clue what you've said, but thank you for tweeting it.
Yes, absolutely. I can try to read it, but I don't want to mispronounce anything. Once again, only 4 years of Spanish in high school and college. Oops. Down in the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, we have Achilles. He is going up against Pere Barari. 1 to the inside, 1 to the outside. It is Achilles. He is through first for lead jammer, Pere Barari. Evan Proms there, staying to the inside. Is he able to? Yes, that is a clean inbounds initial pass. Jump in the apex. Achilles unable to stay in bounds. The back of that skate landed out of bounds, and he just has to call it off, unable to pick up any points.
So we will try and have a look. See, current score is 159 plays 90, just under 15 minutes to go. Just trying to look at the Spanish bench. I think they may have had 2 foul outs because there are only 2 players sat down with 5 on track. Yes. So we'll try and work out who the second one was. We know one was Senor Calavera. Aforementioned fantastic producer, Holly Sheep. We'll set her hard to work on that one. She can work out who it is.
That's your job.
Yeah, she can do that.
Cubo and Memeiro on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line. Now go in there. Cubo has to recycle himself back behind the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, and it is Memeiro who gets through first for lead jammer Chile.
So the Spaniard's going for a blocking out a blade penalty. As Cubo does complete his initial pass, there's another penalty. That does go to Memeiro. So we will now be, after that back block, on a roller derby athletics power jam for Cubo.
Another 6 penalties for another Spanish player. The Spaniard picking up that 6th penalty.
And I believe Memeiro has as well. Sorry to talk over, I think he's on 6. We've got a 4-ounce penalty on Cubo. I think that will do him for the day.
Yeah, and he went past the point of no return too. So even with that, it's going to spend more time for Spain.
Right, well, we've got Senora Hardcore for Spain and Cyborg for Chile.
Well, Senora Hardcore, that's only his 3rd penalty, so he is one of the 2 not in foul trouble. The Spaniard now back out there once again with 6 penalties.
And he's going to be joined by Memeiro.
And Mimeiro getting through.
Kept his feet on the inside. I thought that was close. That's 5 points. But he's got to be careful because he is on 6 as well.
We trust those referees. They see it better than we do.
Yeah, there's a reason I have a mic and not stripes and a whistle.
Exactly. Mimeiro spinning through the pack. That's another 5-point Grand Slam Chile.
No, it's not. It's a forearms penalty for Mimeiro.
So he's going to go to the penalty box, but...
And that will be the end of the jam, because both jammers have fouled out.
So, and you cannot have a jam without a jammer. That's just people standing on roller skates.
That's true. So, we'll try and do a quick recap here. So, for Spain, Senor Calavera has fouled out, and so has Cubo now. We know that. There is one other. We will try and work out who. Mimeiro and Capitan Basoritas have also fouled out for Chile.
We are going to have an official timeout.
And it's probably just trying to sort everything out.
Well, we know it's not Perez because he's already out there on the track. We know it's not the Spaniard because he's also out there on the track.
Hugo Stitlitz is also out there, and we know Sinera Hardcore is on low penalty troubles.
So due to the power of deduction and math, we have figured out that it is Ache that has fouled out for Spain. They are down to 6 players.
Oh man, how mad. That's going to be tough for them for the remaining 12 minutes.
Yeah, and with also, they still have 3 players with 6 fouls. Perez, the Spaniard, and Shinigami. Pere Bellari with 4. Hugo Stiglitz, the cleanest of them, with 1. And Senior Hardcore with 3.
So Pere Bellari is the only one who we've seen as a recognized jammer all weekend. We've seen Perez jam a few times. Due to a needs-must situation.
And especially with all these foul outs and the power jam and the way that the last jammer fouled out on for Chile as well, they needed to take that official timeout to make sure everybody was on the same page. Better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly. This is a roller derby athletics power jam.
Yeah.
Pere Bellari is through. Does have lead jammer.
Yeah, the pack moving pretty quickly there past turns 1 and 2 and into the straightaway. Now Pere Bellari approaching the pack inside, spinning to the outside. Can he stay in bounds? Getting past a couple of those blockers, getting some help from the Spaniard. Now trying to stay up and get through that 3-man wall of Chile.
This is a real tough time.
Yeah.
That is Mechanico who is causing the problems.
And a
illegal re-entry. So that is on number 77, Mancalipe, who is serving the penalty for Mimeiro.
Yes. So
Mancalipe, I think that might be only his 2nd penalty.
Yes, very clean.
Or for his first penalty.
Yes,
even.
that was only his first penalty. He had 0, the only player 0 throughout the first about 49 minutes of this bout.
So I know one of the awards we sometimes do in the UK for games is for a clean slate. Yeah, no one's getting that this one.
Nope, so close, but yet so far.
So that was a good hit there from Virtua Thunder's dropping Pere Bellari.
Pere Bellari just trying to get back up, now getting up and just right in that middle of that Chilean pack.
Got to be careful, got to lift his head up. We've seen quite a few blocking with the head penalties over the course of the tournament, so they've got to be careful when he's doing things like that.
But he does pick up 5 points in a Grand Slam for Chile, or for Spain, before the power jam comes to a close. Mancalipe with a star stash.
Perez with some lovely offense there, opened up the outside line.
Absolutely, and another 4 points picked up by Pere Bellari.
And the Spaniard will go to the box.
And that's 7 for him. So Spain, 4 foul outs down to 5 players.
And still got at least 2 skaters on 6 penalties.
And there's still 10 minutes remaining in this bout. They only have enough for 1 full team out there. So no one gets a rest.
Who needs a rest? Rest is overrated. Wicco Skates, greetings from Finland. Your feet cooled. They need a hug. Best regards, Wicco Skates.
166-109. It's going to be a...
This is going to be tough now for Spain. They've only got 2 players on track at the minute. We have an official timeout called.
Yes, they're going to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Once again, when you only have 5 players, you want to make sure that the officials, the players, the coaches, everybody's on the same time, in the same page here. That was easy for me to say.
So you've also got to make sure that with the foul outs, that penalty time has been served.
After that last jam, Spain has passed the century mark, 166-109. Chile has had lead 66% of the time. That is a reduction in how much they've had 72% just a few minutes ago. So Spain has fought back as they've lost players.
So just a quick update from the other track, the final score, Japan 304, Netherlands 138. So in 2 years, that is Japan's first win at a World Cup.
Congratulations to Team Japan. Shinigami will have the star for Spain. He's putting it on for the first time on that nerd skate shot jammer line, but it is Insane who gets through first for lead jammer Chile.
Rocker with a good takeout and drawback there of Shinigami. Shinigami's obviously not a regular jammer.
No.
It's got to the stage where we said we thought we were going to be, where it was a needs-must situation.
And 5 points picked up by Insane. Shinigami picking up the initial pass. Pretty much everybody's going to have to take a turn jamming at this point for Team Spain.
And Rocker is also going to take a trip to the penalty box as Insane calls off the jam.
0-0 for that. For Chile, really all they want to do here is wind that clock out or try to draw the penalties.
El Roller Derby, it's been our pleasure speaking about you, and thank you for tweeting this one in English so I can understand it.
Gracias.
Gracias, yeah, that's about the limit. So we're trying to wonder if it does drop to less than 5 players, I believe it is an automatic forfeit. Hopefully, we won't find out.
Yes, let's play clean the rest of the way here, guys. Pelea Barari with the star. Mancalipe for Chile with the star. Both jammers inside that pack on turn 1, just trying to push and shove and fight their way through.
Perez Balari almost trying to go through backwards.
Yes.
Mancalipe having a tough time. Number 12, Perez, and 17-14, Sinera Hardcore, doing a great job holding back Mancalipe. Lead jammer, Perez Balari, he found a gap on the outside.
Very good timing here for Perez Balari. Looks like he was trying to see what his pack was doing, maybe see if they were going to help him out a little bit.
Clean up turn 2.
Yeah.
As everybody takes on. The star pass has been completed to number 17, that is Kiltro.
And now Perez Balari inside that pack. He's got 2 to beat in front of him, deflecting one hit, spinning past the other. And that is 4 points, I believe, for Spain. Yes, 4 points, España.
Oh, misconduct penalty called on Perez for the late hit.
That is 7 for Perez. So
we will now find out, can you skate with 4?
Well, I believe you can, but is it legal?
So I think we will have an official timeout.
That is the right call by the officials. They want to make sure they're making the right call here. We're going to get a clarification from our referees.
Just while we've got that, I just want to say that the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup is sanctioned and insured by Roller Sports Canada, providing insurance and support for all Canadian roller sports. Visit us at www.rollersports.ca or on Facebook at RSC Roller Derby.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a correction here. They will continue with 4 players for the remaining 7.5 minutes of the bout. So Spain will be down to 4 players total the rest of the bout. That is not easy, especially for a team that started with only 9. They're a little probably more worn down than most.
So Hugo Stiglitz actually takes the start for the first time today for Team Spain in the black.
And he's going up against 66 Insane of Chile, who picks up lead jammer. Hugo Stiglitz making his initial pass for Team Spain. And we apologize for the frozen screen. Our production crew will get on that and fix it once again.
Okay, there's going to be another penalty. Who's going this time? Part of me hopes it's somebody in red. Nothing against the Chileans.
No, but that is Sinera Hardcore, and that is only his 4th penalty.
Okay, Mechanico's going as well.
So no pass, no penalty there. 4 points more picked up for Chile.
So Shinigami will take off the start, and he will go now. So we are now
199 to 113. Chile on top.
So we will have, I'm trying to wonder, I think that is going to be called the game. I think down to 3 players. He's pushing it. We're having a team timeout called by Spain. So we have a team timeout, and this is a quad skate shop timeout.
I can't imagine that I'd get more kicks playing golf than I do hitting a and S1 is part of my uniform.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 4:19 remaining on the clock, 199 to 113. We apologize for the feed freezing on us. That will be resolved shortly. Spain, if you're just joining us, Spain is down to only 3 players due to foul outs and only starting with 9 to begin with. Mancalipe and Palabarare will be on that Nerd Skate Shop Jammer line.
Hugo Stiglitz is the only blocker on track for Spain in the black, as Senior Hardcore is currently sat in the naughty bin.
And Chile will pick up lead jammer. That is Mancalipe as...
And the jam has been blown dead.
Because I believe Hugo Stiglitz is going to the penalty box, and that is only his 3rd foul, though.
So I think what it was a bit of confusion.
Yes.
Hugo Stiglitz was sent to the box, reported to the box, was then instructed to remain on track, so we're not quite sure what's going on at the moment, and the officials are just trying to sort it out. Looks like we do have the feedback right now.
Yes.
So, just roll line, the Italian Teddy skating experience, fit on your needs since 1999. The game, I think, has been cool. Oh, no.
No, it's still continuing. Still continuing.
Still continuing.
I believe it's like Bad News Bears where people are just cheering, let them play.
So we have Palabarare jamming again. Hugo Stiglitz is in the queue for the penalty box. He's the only Spanish blocker on track at the moment.
Yeah, Palabarare on this roller derby. It's not a power jam, excuse me. Mancalipe is the lead jammer for Chile. Dodging past Hugo Stiglitz.
So Palabarare did very well there in that panel not to pick up the penalty. It was number 27, that was Virtua Thunder.
And that is 5 points for Mancalipe. Palabarare also picking up his initial pass.
Hugo Stiglitz is now going to bot A for his original penalty. He's also picked up another one.
He's going to call it off after picking up a quick 4. So they have now passed that 200 mark, 208-113. Spain.
So Palabarare is just holding his shoulder, but he doesn't have much choice. He's got to come back on.
Yeah.
So just to give you a quick update, the winner of this game, which is looking likely to be Chile, will play at 9 o'clock. They will play Ninja Pan Rollers on the track 1, the Nerd Skate Shops track. At 9:15, what's looking likely to be Spain will play Netherlands here on the SISU track.
Well, here we go. We got only 2 blockers out there, fortunately for Spain or for Chile, and a back block, excuse me, is going to make this a roller derby athletics power jam for Spain. So this is an opportunity for them, with Palabarare having the star once again, trying to get past that final Chilean blocker. Kamikaze dodging, now 2 to beat in front of him. Senora Hardcore trying to open up a hole, but he gets pushed out of bounds.
I think Roca has picked up the penalty, so he will go to the box.
So a little bit of help there for Spain. Very few players out there on the track in general, only 4 total, now 5, as one of the Chilean blockers comes out of the penalty box.
So as Roca makes his way to the penalty box for Palabarare. I'm not sure if that was the smile or a grimace on his face, but he is lead jammer, whatever it was.
Kind of shaved that line there. And it is...
Oh my word, Spain have 2 blockers on track.
Aquiles, putting a nice defensive hit on Palabarare. That did not feel good. We saw him before holding his left arm.
Palabarare, it's every time he's getting knocked down, it's taking him a little longer to get up. 4-arms penalty for Hugo Stiglitz.
That is only his 3rd penalty, I believe, of the bout. So he's okay on the penalties.
To be fair, I don't think any of the Spanish that are left are actually in that bad of trouble.
No, Hugo Stiglitz has 3, and then Senora Hardcore and Palabarare each with 4. So and with less than a minute remaining, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, Tolo's on his way to the penalty box now.
Palabarare just loses his foot, and you can see just he is getting tired. This is the 3rd jam in a row. He has had the star. And
a blocking out a play penalty has been issued to Palabarare as jammer.
So this will be a roller derby athletics power jam with less than 30 seconds remaining.
We should just have time for 1 more.
Yes, as that jam comes to an end. Kiltro We'll put it on the start for Chile. Nobody out there yet for Spain except for Senora Hardcore. Remember,
Easy, anybody can be out there.
Exactly,
the other two are in the box.
Exactly. Remember, we've had 6 of the 9 Spanish players foul out.
And we have an official timeout being signaled.
Yes. Chile also has had a lot of players in the box. Only 5 seconds remaining, 2:18, 1:17 with this official timeout.
It's a 101-point difference. Even I can do the maths on that one.
I think Chile is going to win this.
Yeah, it should be. So don't remember the Quad Skate Shop team of the tournament. We are letting you choose one of our MVPs. This year's Quad Skate Shop team of the tournament will now include a fan favourite award as chosen by you. So be sure to check out our Facebook page during today's play, to vote for your favourites.
All right, yeah, this team timeout, or this official timeout.
Just while we're here, sorry, chap, just to give you an update, what is coming up next on this track? We'll see battle of the third place teams from the group stage, Sweden versus Mexico.
And Kiltro, one of only 4 players out there combined for both teams. Senora Hardcore, the only Spanish player out there, dodging past him. So Kiltro will be lead jammer.
We now are on jam time remaining.
Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to pick up the points or just call it off. Looks like he's going to try to pick up some points. Senora Hardcore speeding up. Only 3 players out there, now 4 total. Senora Hardcore, or I'm sorry, Kiltro only has past 1 to pick up 5 points at a Grand Slam. That's the easiest Grand Slam you'll see all day. As Hugo Stieglitz comes back out onto the track, so at least get some help out there.
Some company, yep, to help him out.
Yes.
I'm just wondering where Pereira Barale is. Did he pick up 2 penalties?
No, he is still in the penalty box. I see him standing.
But he started there, but we're nearly a minute into this jam. I wonder if he picked up 2 and we didn't realize there was a second one there.
Yes, must have. Now, oh, this is gonna hurt for Spain, as Chile now back to to full strength.
Pereira Barale now does re-enter the track a minute into the jam, so he must have picked up a second penalty. Either that or we went back in time to 2014 and nobody told me.
Stuff happens.
So Pereira Barale is on 6. Not that it's going to matter. This is the last jam.
Yeah, 5 more points picked up.
Star has been stashed. And I like that from Pereira Barale. Although he passed it, he still behaved like a jammer.
Yes. Oh, and taking a hit there.
Hugo Stieglitz, but say Kamikaze went down.
Yes, Kamikaze with a nice hit, but that'll send him. He's now out of bounds. He's trying to get back inbounds cleanly.
So another 4 points picked up by Kiltro.
And time winding down. We'll see what he decides to do here.
Pereira Barale picks up a penalty. We believe that's his 7th.
Hugo Stieglitz now with the star on his helmet. And that is the end. Spain, you got to give them all the credit in the world to fight till the end.
And you can see it, Senora Hardcore just absolutely collapsed on the floor. But what was really nice to see, Insana has gone straight to him. Similar with Hugo Stieglitz, and that is Tolo who has gone to him.
And you can see, I mean, that just such good sportsmanship with Team Chile coming up to those remaining Spanish players and just giving them all the love and cheering and help in the world.
It's not just a case of that. It's the last few players, Shiragami as well, who's one of the last ones to foul out.
Absolutely.
You've got to take your hat off to them. The heart, the effort, the desire to just keep going, keep fighting, keep fighting. I'm a bench coach myself. I know when I've had a team that's dropped to 7, it's been offered to us if we want to forfeit, and obviously you don't. So I'm assuming the same has happened here. And for the Spanish to keep going, muchas gracias.
When you are fighting for the pride of your country, nothing is going to stop you. I think every single player here for every single country will agree on that.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you're just seeing the heart, the desire, the passion. This is a World Cup after all. Let's not mistake it.
Exactly. This opportunity doesn't come along every day.
No, I mean, it's something I sadly will never skate in a World Cup.
I don't think I will either.
No, Holly, yeah, okay. Holly, our producer, yes, she has done. She's been there, done that, bought the T-shirt.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
So we do have an official final score. Chile will take the victory, 247 to 116 from Spain. Again, as we feared throughout the game, it was penalties in the end that played the big difference.
You know, we were talking about at the beginning, Spain had to be careful, and just they were not able to stay clean. Got way too many penalties, but Chile coming out with the win.
Not a huge amount of people left in the room, but a lot of love, a lot of appreciation shown for Team Spain.
And for as many follow-ups as they had, Chile only had the lead 66% of the time. That's actually very impressive for Spain, given the circumstances.
I'm just waiting to see that in 2 years' time, wherever the next Men's World Cup is. It could be in Spain, it could be in Chile, it could be wherever it wants.
It could be in your backyard.
Bids are not mine, it's nowhere near big enough. But it'll be interesting to see as roller derby, men's roller derby develops in Spain, they get a few more players, a bit more experience. I'll be very interested to see what they can do.
Yes.
All right, champ. This has been a pleasure calling this one for you.
Absolutely, King Crazy. Well, we're going to sign off here and take it to the next games, but we all hope you at home have a decent day. Thank you
very much.
Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd Roller Skates.
Official skate shop, Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2016.
For people who roll.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am SISU, and I fend for you.